So, Mercy, you see that Mogash isn't gonna be able to toss him hard enough. You catch Finn midair and land him safely on the platform.
Thank you. Mogash, you should have exercised more from being on that trip, goddamn.
Look, you gained a lot of weight. You should really lay off the desserts after midnight. You know, I know you're up studying late, but still.
You think the Emperor lets me have desserts?
I don't know where you get them then, but man, you need to work out.
All right.
I miss cookies. Life was good when I had access to cookies.
All right. So so Finn, now that you're up here, you can roll an investigation check.
Investigation. I doubt it's gonna be any better, but let's go.
Karst, is it up or is it just straight across?
It's the platform is raised above the pool.
How high up is it?
It's about 5 feet up.
Oh,
from the
okay.
surface.
Mogash would spend a key point to like double his jumping distance, and he would run and jump. And if he wasn't quite there, he'd just run up the wall.
Okay, I think you can make it like that. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. So, but Finn, as Mercy sets you down, you begin looking around, and you find this this indentation in the center of this platform, and you see just kind of these grooves etched into the stone. You see some faint lines that kind of spread out from the platform.
You
kind of look at it, you see that there are also bloodstains around it. Small, minuscule in comparison to everything else.
Does the indentation look like it fits a disc-looking object?
It does.
Yeah, okay, so what happened here was Wrath used one of the disc things we found in his bag, which I'm not going to take out now. He put it here, probably sacrificed some blood, and then any unlucky soul that was trapped in the cage was transformed into his grotesque.
That's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Should we destroy that circle thing?
I'll do it with more precision over time, since I don't know if he had it magic-proof, basically.
Ah, gotcha.
Anyways, let's head outside so I can teleport you to the other monastery. And Mercy, where do you want to go after this?
Actually, I was heading to monastery as well.
Alright, Karst, I will teleport them to the monastery.
Okay.
Me included, since they need me to basically get back to their homes.
True. Or if they want to take the long way, I guess. That would work as well.
It'd be a couple months of sailing. That would be our downtime.
Row, row, row your boat.
No, I've been on a ship for 3 fucking months. I'm not going on another one.
Gently down the stream.
Oh yeah, my gosh, I can summon a mansion now. Or
Wait.
a mansion.
Wait, what? Do it.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
At the moment, it's in the back of the castle. The Emperor has his... Well,
He immediately runs. Like you said, when you said it's back of the castle, he does the Naruto running toward the back of the castle.
I say that as we're there, basically. Something that Finn remembered.
Okay.
Don't worry, I can get it. I can summon it again. Just, you know.
Wait, you can have it travel with you? That's so cool.
Technically, basically we're here now. I don't know how you're not cold, but there's the entrance over there.
Oh, I don't get cold anymore. I'm always cold. Oh my gosh. And then...
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I figure we'll pick that up later, Karst.
Yeah. Alright, so...
Basically, after that, insert X amount of time spent there. Let me open back the document. Uh, he'd teach the Emperor's kids how to do magic during that time. He'd go back to the Oasis and teach Layla how to do magic.
Okay.
Then coffee.
Coffee, 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 coffee.
No, I don't know why. This coffee meant something. I wrote it as one of the things Finn would do. I just have to remember what did I mean by that. He'd then visit everyone in the party then, from time to time, and check up on them. And he would go on a tour and see any magic colleges in the Empire and see how they function.
Okay.
And then he'd go to the Feywild, go check up on the city, the one that we rescued from time travel and stuff.
Hmm.
He'd go check up on it. He'd try and borrow the magic compass that we used to track the sins and open it there.
So as you do, checking out the Empire's magical schools, colleges, their teachings, as you have seen them, seem to be in kind of a very strict environment. Kind of more of drilling facts and knowledge and stuff into their students.
The bench for
Just for more clarification, the monk thing, that's near SL, right? The temple.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
No, it took us to a completely other random that I know of.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
I don't know.
there was also the training in the Forest of the Moon.
True.
Yeah, but Finn wouldn't go into the Moon Elf area without permission on risk of death because
Yeah, that's probably a bad
arrows
idea.
hurt. Arrows do in fact hurt.
But anyway, so yeah, you check that out, and then head in, take the access dimensional rift into the Feywild and head towards Alexia.
Mhm.
See, it is still in its splendor and bustling with life. Try the sin tracker that they there. It's still not giving you any reason.
It's good, at least we know that they're not here. Feywild is safe. Yeah, then he'd just go back. Like, unless people actually noticed him walk up to the gate, manage to catch him before he just, starts walking away, then,
Well,
You know,
there were
he-
people that noticed you and greeted you. Just giving you kind of a friendly hello.
Mm-hmm. And actually, no, something Finn would do. He would go check up with the people in the what's it called in the government, because time flows differently here and there. So yeah, he'd go check up on them and make sure the city's doing fine.
As you go check up on them, head to the uh, council and see them, and you see that most of the members that you saw before are still there, though a couple of them have changed. That remain are definitely older looking. I saw them.
Hmm.
Looks like about maybe 10 years have gone by.
And when was the last time we were here?
It's been months.
So 1 month is 10 years.
Roughly. That's the thing about the Feywild.
Yeah, he'd
Time
check.
can fluctuate.
He'd check up, make sure the city's fine, see progress, everything, and yeah, just head back to the material plane.
Yeah, they'll tell you that things are going well. they have managed to adjust toward the wild. As some of the council members have out about their more quick appearance, they found out places not to go, as they found time in those areas moves a lot quicker than others. Area that their city landed in.
That is good to know. Yeah, bid them farewell and go back. And yeah, hit Sean. That's basically Finn's to-do list, unless Dennis needed his help.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'd eventually check on Thoric to see how does the reclaiming of honor for the clan goes.
Oh, we shall see. It's now Thoric's turn.
Hey.
Thoric, you're now in the land of the fallen. You're dead.
Aw.
You get there
Sweet.
and you don't get to see anything. You just die.
Well, it's worth it. I can officially say I was the first one there of the party.
He steps on the shore and then gets a heart attack.
He doesn't even see the shore. He just dies.
Just die. Does a Nirtigal die? Are you gonna kill a Nirtigal?
Yes, and you're
Car?
dead too. Not from the land, but he died of heartbreak. He just
Oh, that's even worse, Cars.
He just curled up around Thor's
He was
body
so
and just
sad.
died.
Cars.
Yeah.
I steal the Drake boy. He's mine now. Too bad.
Serena to the rescue. Yeah. All right. So yeah, Thorg.
Yeah. So, Thorig, like probably after the last time we ended the session, he probably would have stayed around for a day or so, and then said goodbye to everyone before he went back. And one of the things he'd do before he'd go back, he would ask Serena, I am preparing a speech for when I go back, and I notice that you are good with people. Do you mind taking a look at my speech and perhaps giving me pointers? I'm trying to convince stubborn minds.
Okay.
And so he'd show you the speech and have you go, if you would be willing, go over it with him and maybe give him pointers of what he could say and not say, or, edit it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so how does the speech go? I'm scared.
Well, you'll just have to hear it when he goes to deliver it. Yeah, and then he will say goodbye to everyone and ask Finn to teleport him home to the city of Mount Crag Peak, and just outside of it. And as he teleports home, right, he knows that there's probably like a wanted list for him, and so he will confidently stride a Nutigo and walk up the big causeway. And when the guards start yelling at him, he will pull out the weapon of Uldric Udmir and then grab it with two hands to let it light up. He'll let the dragon lance light up as he's walking forward to hopefully let them give him entry into the city at least.
Yeah. Okay.
Finn is probably gonna stay to make sure that he doesn't get shot by multiple ballistas.
Okay.
And if not, and they don't want to open the door, Finn will open the door.
All right. So, Thor, could you roll me a persuasion check with advantage?
Sure.
All the ballistas.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So yeah, Thorg, as you riding on the back of a Nirgo, approaching the gates of your home. Though it's not been long, it feels like it has been years since you last saw the glory of this beautiful visage, Craig Peak. As you approach, the guards draw their weapons, ready to fire, and release a torrent of arrows and lances at you. But as you grip your halberd, raise it high, this splendidness of the light shining out from it. You see all the guards still waver. Watch as all of them take a knee and bow their head. Hear one of them call out, "Open the gate!" Hear the chains pull taut and the gear grinding as the gates are opened up for you.
Thorig, would you mind if I stuck around for a bit? Didn't get much of a look of your city the last time we were here.
Sure, but there's something about to go down, and I ask that you may observe, but stay out of it, please. On behalf of Clan Udmir.
Of course.
And when I walk up, I assume there's maybe a guard there or something. And I look at him and I say, "I am Thorig the Honorable of Clan Udmir, Centurion of the Draco Division. I use my rights and my authority to call a meeting for all of Udmir to hear. Assemble, please."
The guard you see who's still kneeling, his head bowed. He looks up to you, watches him jump up to his feet. He salutes you, runs off.
Make sure the elders come too. It is important. And then, Karst, again, I don't know much about the city, but is there like a town hall or area where like large speeches are given or like large assemblies are had, right?
Yeah, that'd be in the city square.
Yep. So that's where Thorig will go and just start walking proudly. And as he's going, look out for members of the Draco Division and just say, and while he's walking, just say, "I have something important to say. All I ask is that you listen to me and then make a decision. I will not force you to make a decision. But please listen. Listen. Come. Assemble." And just proudly walking through the streets on the Nirgo with the halberd showing.
Yeah, well, that natural 20. As Nirgo is, you kind of guide Nirgo to the direction to take you. You pass by, you see multiple people, mostly the adults who recognize what you wield. You see them all kneel on one knee and bow their heads to you in respect.
Thorig would give nods from a Nirgo, and then, eyes forward, keep going until he gets. Oh, go ahead.
As you pass by some of your fellow Draco Division members, you see them staring on in just at what they're seeing. And they stand there and proudly salute you.
Thorig would give salutes back to them.
As you continue through the city, heading down the main thoroughfares, finally arrive in the city square. The large, circular open space, cleared of buildings and other things. And you see where there is the large stone-built stage in the center, where important announcements and things are held, and also like concerts and festival events. It's often a place where people gather, merriment or news. You see there are people here already who are just passing through. And as you enter the square starts to as the people you passed by have followed you.
I would
begins to fill more and more, begin flooding in, just to glimpse and see has to say. After
I would.
after
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
after about 10 minutes, you eventually see coming in on their mounts clan elders. And you can see them as their eyes lock with yours. Look of mixture of anger and horror. Not in fear of something terrifying, but realization as they see what you hold. Realization that their world very well be about to change.
When the place fills up and I notice everyone seems to be paying attention and ready, I will dismount the Nirgo, put my helmet on the saddle, walk over with the halberd sort of in one hand, and stand in the center of the stage. And start off by saying, I remember when I was this small, and this is all in Dwarven, by the way. When I was a small dwarf, my father took me into the city of Craig Peak, showed me around, showed me what Clan Urmir was, and I fell in love. I fell in love with the craftsmen and the miners, and how everyone was for each other. I fell in love with the people and the wonderful ideals that Urmir was. And I remember, from that day, I knew that my purpose in life, what was going to make me happy, was to dedicate myself to Clan Urmir for her love and glory. I have done that very thing. I've spent over 150 years of my life entirely dedicating myself to Urmir. I, Thorig, the Honorable of Clan Urmir, Centurion of the first cohort in the Draco Division, have put my life on the line for Urmir so many times, I can no longer keep count. And I would never take back one of those times. I would gladly trade my life for any one of you. For Urmir, for the betterment of Urmir. And it's with this servitude and this dedication that I come to you today with a very important message. About a month ago, perhaps less, I was sent on a mission to recover a stolen artifact from us. There was someone who stole a very important key mold. And while I was on this mission, recovering this artifact, I came upon some knowledge of some things that Clan Urmir had done in the past. Some knowledge that was long and forgotten. Some things that we did very, very bad. When I came back successful on my mission, I tried to talk to the elders about this, to see if they knew of these things that we had done. And they had, and they were less concerned about what we had done, and they were more concerned about whether I would keep my mouth shut and quiet about it. Not wanting to disobey the elders, but I respectfully brought up the fact that what we had done was so bad, and the fact that we had hid it went against every one of our ideals and moral principles that we identify as Clan Urmir. It shook the very foundation of what we are and who we claim to be. Still, yet they claimed secrecy and to keep it secret, and not to own up to our mistake, but to pretend and lie, not only to the people of the world, but worse yet, to you, my fellow clansmen of Urmir. I told them that I could not serve a clan that would lie to her very own people, that I could not dedicate myself to which elders betrayed the very morals and philosophies that they so claimed and made everyone promise and swear to. So I left. But before I left, this, and he looks at the halberd, this was given to me. And when I later touched it that night, it glowed. It glowed, showing that I had potential and promise. I spent the next month or so trying to prove to myself, that to the lance, that I was worthy to wield it. And behold, and now Thorig will grab it with 2 hands and like say the oath to like fully awaken it and like show it off, right? It has chosen me. I have spoken to Uldrich Urmir, and he has found this cause just. And with his blessing, I now come to you all to share the truth about what has happened. For proof that Uldrich Urmir spoke to me, Thorig will take out the things Kai had given him and put it down. This Uldrich Urmir spoke, and then put it down and push play and let everyone hear Uldrich Urmir's voice as he says, "Hey, I'm Uldrich Urmir," and everything. And after that's done, Thorig will say, "Long ago, there was a terrible, terrible war between forces on this continent and forces on, well, the other half. They were once joined. It was called the Blood Sea. Sorry, that was the Blood Sea War. It was a millennia ago. There was a lot of fighting between the 2 continents. The East was trying to invade into the West for resources. It lasted for many decades, and there were many casualties. Urmir was worried that the war would go on for another decade. We provided weapons and soldiers, and afraid that we would lose more dwarves, more of our kinsmen, there was a plan developed to end the war. Urmir had a massive push against the eastern forces, but during this, there was a section of Urmir that sailed to the land of the fallen to circumnavigate the eastern borders. That Urmir section systematically went to each town in the east and gathered every child. They brought them to the battlefield and paraded the children. They told the invading forces to lay down their arms, and if they didn't want anything to happen to the children. Of course, the other side laid down their arms, but Urmir murdered the children anyway. The elders at the time wanted this to be concealed. They wanted this to be long forgotten. So instead of owning up and doing the Urmir way and owning our mistakes and being honest, they perpetuated secrecy, cloak, and dagger. And when I brought this up to the current elders, minus a few, they sought to perpetuate this. In fact, that night that I told you about, when I had touched the lance, I overheard some, what I thought were gods riding on god drakes, coming to find me. But it turns out that they were prisoners who were promised to be set free if they found and killed me. Prisoners who were given our sacred god drakes. Prisoners who were promised to be set free of whatever crimes that they had done if they had murdered me. The elders, they have not only been lying to the world, but they have been lying to you. They have forced you to make false oaths. And I know what I ask is great. I know what I ask to go against the elders is great. In fact, myself, I would not have come back if not for Uldrich Urmir, who he himself had given blessing to. So, for those of you that have difficult understanding or perhaps swaying from the elders, I understand. But know this. This is I want you to ask yourself a question before you decide where you are in loyalties. Would you give everything you have, all of yourself, selflessness, for something or someone that would not do the same to you? I ask for the step down of those elders who would have kept this cloak and dagger and secrecy and betray the very morals and fiber of Clan Urmir. And let those who have Urmir's true heart and soul in mind lead Urmir into a better tomorrow. Let us make up for what we have done.
Thorg, as you are doing this, or giving this riveting, inspiring speech, you get a mental message from Finn that he spotted one of the elders trying to attack you from a distance, and Finn cast Hold Person on him.
I was gonna ask him if you want me to intervene before I do that. Check the other message.
Sorry.
As I get that mental message at the end, I say, right now as I speak, they are plotting to kill me with cloak and dagger techniques. I have an ally here who is keeping an eye out, and he has just notified me that they plan to kill me. Friend, could you please point them out?
And then I will cast. I love this spell so much. This thing, Program Delusion, and I will make very large neon signs appear above the man.
All right.
He's over there. that one right there, the one with the crossbow, the one who's over there in the corner.
So the town square, which is lit up by firelight and magical enchanted stones that emit light, just is now lit ablaze by bright, colorful neon. As these large arrows that point downwards over the heads of each of, as Thor can now see him, the elders of the clan. Thorg, as you kind of notice amongst them, missing amongst them are the younger members.
Mm-hmm.
There you see the elders, and you in hand you see in one of them a bow and an arrow. As the signs kind of light up and they notice, you see them quickly kind of looking around and the one with the weapon trying to hide it away.
Look, he was going to murder me on the stage in front of you all with the bow and arrow, trying to be secret because I exposed the truth.
Hear a bunch of the crowd starting to boo and yell in disdain.
I do not wish for Urmil blood to be spilled. I wish for those elders to peaceably remove themselves from the office and from the clan. You may be exiled with your life. For Urmil!
Hear one of the elders calling out, "You've done nothing but doom our clan's name to the shadow swallowers of dishonor."
Our honor was gone when we tried to keep it secret and hidden and perpetuate lies. To get our honor back, we need to be honest and claim what we did to make the world a better place for what we did wrong. Now who's with me, Urmir? Urmir! And Thor will start the Urmir chat. Or not chat, chant.
F in the chat.
F in the chat, boys, for the elders.
Everybody hashtag poggers, we just got the guy.
Hashtag poggers.
So as you begin chanting, people begin carrying along in time with you, one by one, wave after wave. You do notice that there are some people who are not in the crowd,
Mm-hmm.
and they start moving away from the town square.
Yep.
You see the elders leaving as well. Still,
For those of you,
the majority you see here, roughly still 80% or so of the filled town square are still staying and chanting.
for those of you that wish to go with the elders, you may. We will not stop you. You may peaceably leave. You have a day.
Right. Thorg, as you stand there on stage, people, your clansmen, chanting your clan's name in unison. Watch as the dregs walking away. Feel radiating from your halberd, weapon of Uldragumnir. Almost a sense of pride and honor.
Yeah, Thorg will.
But somewhere in the back of your mind, you have this nagging sense that this is not over.
That's
Oh,
when
absolutely
Serena
not.
comes in and casts shatter on them. There,
Dead.
freed us.
But yeah, Cars, for the rest of the 2 months, then, I mean, I guess for a while now, Thorg will be focused on rebuilding the clan and restoring the honor. I have a couple ideas with that, and really kind of ensuring order and taking account of what we lost, and trying to fill those elder spots, and maybe think of a new system entirely so this doesn't happen again. But one of the things that he will do is he'll talk to maybe some craftsmen, and see about maybe making a memorial or a statue or something that we can send to the eastern. Are there still people that live on the eastern continent?
Yeah, there's still
Okay.
there's still people that live there.
Mm-hmm. And then he'd want to send an emissary too, or like try to find an emissary that would be willing to go over there and talk to about wanting to make an apology and send a formal invitation for their maybe leaders to come and speak, and so that way we can make a formal public apology to them, type thing, and then have the craftsmen be working on some sort of dwarven quality memorial thing that we can do for the children.
Okay. Alright, that can be done. Will take some time.
Yeah. Oh, for
Of
sure.
course.
For sure.
More than a month or two.
Oh, absolutely. I figured that would. I just wanted to let you know that that's sort of what he's doing for later on, so you can keep that at the back of your mind at some point.
Yeah. All right. So then, Salva Thorg.
Yeah, that would be all for Thoric. He'd be at home, really focused on tying everything together, so he wouldn't go or do anything else besides that.
We'll skip Mogash right now since you Thorg
Yeah,
had a good
that's
moment.
fine.
We'll get back to him. Same with Laya. So Serena.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, my turn order thing's messed up. There's the button. So Serena, as you have gone to Groma Bow and have been spending time with your family there, it's been quite nice. And you've gotten to spend time with your mother, spending time sewing with her, sharing in her adventures, getting to wish what you wish to do in your time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I already know what I wanted to do. Serena would have kind of had an idea with that one magic item that the Archmage found. She kind of wanted to try to make something of her own.
Okay.
Uh,
So yeah,
mhm.
go ahead and roll me on a check, and
Alrighty, my good sir. Kana, it's no, that be Kana. Don't fail me now. I'm good at it, but you're probably gonna fail me. Never mind. And charisma. Wow, I'm sad.
oh, for some reason, guidance was turned on for your Arcana. Still have your inspiration?
Yeah,
If you want to for your charisma.
sure. I'll use that for charisma.
Wow. I don't know how you managed to do that.
I don't know either.
I'm curious.
Serena might-
Roll another one. I want to see if you get 3 in a row.
If I did 3 in a row, will I succeed? That'd be weird.
You'd
but-
break the
but-
universe if you do.
Serena, somebody I know is trying to make magic item census
Oh.
is going off.
Oh wow, jeez,
It got it well.
damn. I think Laya took or Tara took all the good rolls because she was.
Serena, why do I see a smoke cloud off in the distance? Serena, what did you do?
Okay, so it's gonna take you a little while to make this. Probably probably over the span of your 2 months to do this.
That's
So-
fine.
I'm not sure how much time you'd want to put into it.
Well, she's not really doing anything besides just staying with her family, so I assume that she'd probably work on it more than anything.
What about the?
Right. While also working on that, Serena would have tried to, I guess, try to see if she could do a kind of cooking magic, which would pretty much just, if she was able to make really good food, it would give you like temporary hit points. But I was just thinking like something simple, like 5 or 7 at best. Nothing insane. Not like, oh hey, you get temporary hit points forever. None of that. None of that. That's insane
I'm,
to me.
I'm gonna be real with you. If you give 5, that just doubles my health.
Okay,
Oh,
so go
God.
ahead and roll me your cooking utensils with your wisdom modifier.
Because I remember Dromabo had like a really unique variety of food, and I feel like Serena would have tried to experiment here, since she finally had time to just do things that she thought was nice. So yeah, please be high. Oh, really? Wow, I hate this game. This game hates me, Cars.
You rolled a
And
19.
19's good. I mean, yeah,
I know.
I know
but
you rolled an
what's
8,
good-
but still.
I know two things I'm good at. I'm good at wisdom, and it still failed me. I mean charisma. I tried.
You didn't roll a natural 30.
Okay, so you make good food. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Alrighty.
28. Okay.
I'm
Yeah, you are able to imbue magical effects into your cooking.
Yeah.
You are able to, using some of the innate healing, knowing how healing magic works and feels, you're able to imbue that into your cooking. Give people who eat it a bit of extra strength and vitality.
Mhm.
5 temporary hit points.
Yay.
Though a person can only be under 1 of your cooking effects per day.
Yep.
Even if
Yeah.
they run out of the temporary hit points, they eat more and regain more.
Yeah, that would seem unfair. Yeah, that's essentially what she would do. She would pretty much just enjoy time with her family, try to make that one magic item, and just try to experiment with different varieties of like different recipes and stuff. And somehow, without realizing it, she would have probably made like really, really beneficial food, like cooking food and stuff like
All right, so roll me a wisdom check.
that. Okay.
4. Okay. So let's see.
I got a message from the deities.
No, I was trying to see how many kind of recipes you could learn. I'll say you can learn 4 recipes.
Yay.
Choose.
Alright. I'll make a small list and I'll send it to you, Cars.
Right, and I'll say probably at the end of your 2 months, since you did so well on your cook, picked that up a lot faster, allowing you to have more time for your sewing with your mother. That item you wanted to make. You at the end of 2 months, you do manage to make a magical blanket, and made a little test one to test out on your brother, and it worked. You just kind of like just swaddled him in it, and he just watched as he just kind of fell asleep just instantly. 10 minutes later, he was back up and was full of energy and kind of waddling around and crawling quickly.
Yeah, it worked. Catnap blanket. Well, I was supposed to be called the blanket of snuggling, but yes.
Blanket snuggling works. Alright, so.
But yeah, also, Cars, I mentioned this once, but before I forget,
Mhm.
during the months that Serena was with her family, she would have probably, without really telling her mom or dad not to worry them, but something tells me they might have noticed. She probably would have been setting up that warding system that she bought in the desert city, like in desert town. She would have probably set up the wards just to make sure that her family was a lot safer. But
Mm.
she didn't really want to worry them, so she probably would have tried to keep it a secret from them, if anything.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check and a sleight of hand check.
Oh boy, what I'm really bad at. Okay. 13. Yep, that made sense for me. I was actually expecting lower.
Alright. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, your mother takes notice. Will kind of ask which, you're up to, but not in a kind of like worried manner, just kind of curious.
Serena would probably kind of like, she doesn't want to lie to her mom, so she'd probably just sigh and say something like, um, when I was traveling, I came across a city where I was able to buy some some wards of some kind to protect you, Dad, and everyone else here, just in case things get really scary. I didn't want to worry you because, well, I don't want to have to. I don't want everything to get all worried about me, but I just wanted to make sure you were extra safe.
Just smile and just give you a hug. It's like, look, to be honest, it would be kind of nice to have a bit of fence. Back at other have uh, guards that could defend us that were on duty, but thank you very much for.
Mhm. This should this is a type of magic that should keep you safe from any not so nice people that want to. They can't come into the vicinity of the house. It should keep you safe and everything.
Oh, that is good, though. We haven't done anything that should warrant such protections, but thank you anyway.
I know. I just want to make extra sure that you're safe is all.
give you a hug and just kind of gently pat your cheek. But well then, I will not disturb you. Carry on.
Mhm.
Be sure to inform your father. Is there anything we need to just all care of by itself?
I think it should be all taken care of by itself, right, Cars?
Yeah.
Assume.
When
Yeah.
basically when you are done placing them around and activating them, you basically state what kind of targets you want the actions to against.
Mm.
So, I mean, state like human safe, whatever you want to have it be set up to alert the family of, protect them against.
All right. Then just in case any fiends and any fiends will want like any fiends or demons she'll want her family to stay safe from. Even though it's gonna be fine. Anything, I guess. Honestly, aberrations scare me, but I doubt they're gonna come to a town. But still, yeah, that's pretty much all the mean stuff. Even though it's gonna be okay.
Okay. All the mean stuff, got it.
that does not really narrow it down, but
Yeah. So basically, plot armor, got it.
yes, I just want them to stay as safe as possible.
All right. They die from food poisoning. Sorry.
Nah,
Cars got around it.
you meanie.
All right. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
If only we had cook.
Well,
That's
Serena?
the secret. The food poisoning was caused by Serena by accident.
oh my god. But anything else? Yes, Serena would have definitely gave a lot of the plushies that she bought, the ones that of the heroes, to her little brother, because she would want them to set like she essentially would want him to know that his big sister and her friends are taking care of the world to make it better for young children like him. Because that is what Serena wants to do, is make it safe for everyone in the future. And the little idea that Finn gave me a while ago, well, when we're in the mansion, she would try to make a small shrine to Ajardel for him, like for the family. It's not going to be like super amazing. It's literally going to be like a small like made out of wood or stone, really small wood, and on the top it's literally going to have the plushie of him at the top.
Okay.
Yes, that's pretty much what she'll do.
Finn doesn't, Finn doesn't encourage the building of shrines. Hold up.
No, you did. Although you did, when we're in the mansion, you did say if there's anything I would like,
There's
and Serena
no-
asked
there's
for
no-
this shine.
There's no proof of this.
It's deny.
Oh, I get it. But no, I just like to imagine Serena would do that as a way to show that her family is being watched over by Dragon Dad.
Okay. So as you make this this little shrine, go ahead and roll me a wisdom check.
Okay.
See if you can build one that's good enough.
Even if it's not that great, she'll still be proud of it. Tiny
Okay,
Finn. It's not even that big of a shrine. It's literally just a small thing for that. Oh goodness. Oh hey, one below 69.
Okay. All right. See something real quick.
Guys, what happened?
Okay. So Serena, as you're building this shrine, and just your thoughts of wanting to have your family protected and safe, and wanting that something looking out for them, and Your, unbeknownst to you, your thoughts reach out. As you finish building the shrine, you kind of notice that your pendant, symbol of Azure Del, watch
Mhm.
as a beam of light sent out from the amulet and connects with the shrine and the plushie. Watch as they both glow.
Mhm.
And as the glow fades very faintly in the back of your mind, very familiar, caring voice of Azure Del. Safe.
Serena will just smile and say, "Thank you. That's all I ever asked. That's all I ever wanted." Mm.
And I feel very faintly like something patting you on top of the head.
Aw, I'm gonna cry. So beautiful.
Alright. Next up, Peace. Team is still awake.
I was more worried about Finn falling asleep, to be honest.
I am awake.
I know, Hunter, I know. I'm just saying.
I'm awake.
Alright. Peace's turn.
Yeah, Karst, are you feeling for a reroll for those?
For
Yeah.
yeah, that was a big oof.
I mean,
well, actually, you did have someone helping you, so those that should have been an advantage. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and re-roll.
Oh, yay.
That is
At
better.
least you have 118.
Yeah, I mean that is better. So
Yeah, my average went from 8 to 9.
you had a 14. Tens. Oh, which is better than single digits. Okay. It's a little bit hard. Basically trying to learn new techniques and things that have changed since you were taught to do
Oh
this.
shit, sanitation's a thing now.
Yeah.
No, but also, you'd also probably be during this period working. I don't know if Maruja has anything that's basically a hospital, but I assume that's just
Yeah.
the church. Oh, okay, then you'd just be working there.
Yeah, they have an infirmary.
Yeah, you'd just be working there.
So you help out, and yeah, I'd say in this time that you do gain your proficiency in medicine.
And funnily enough, that's where Finn would most likely find me, which is why he didn't respond at all when he asked if anyone's going to the. That's why he didn't respond at all when he asked when anyone's going to the Empire with him. Well, let's like find him and more like daisy chain people to ask about him.
Okay.
So if he wants to play out that conversation of wondering why are you working normal people work, he can.
Sure.
Why are you here and not with your husband?
As you say that, you see Grinnell's coming in carrying what looks to be like a lunchbox.
What? Repeat that, Finn.
Never mind. How are things going?
Well, as you can see, for once I have blood on my hands and it's not for killing.
That is a major improvement, I think. Anyways, everyone's been busy recently. Thorig almost got assassinated while giving a speech. Fun times.
Yeah, the usual.
Mm-hmm. You also noticed that you didn't call in when I was asking for help investigating something.
Middle of some guy who tripped and fell onto his sword. I had to patch him up.
You just hear the guy going, "Why'd you have to keep telling people that?" Oh.
Because you
could-
shouldn't play with swords if you don't know how to use one.
I didn't see the banana peel there.
Anyways. He's healing quite nicely. He hasn't had a concussion. Sadly, they don't think sense can just get knocked into him any other way.
But yeah, I'm about to go and check up on. Might go and check up on Thorig again since I'm worried. Since, as you know, when you tell somebody who's corrupt to get out, they don't normally get out and stay out.
No, mostly not such.
I was gonna pass by the islands we somehow own.
So,
Just making
anything
sure
else
you're,
you're doing?
other than teaching magic to people and showing and helping the Empire at least rediscover ancient technology and artifacts and anything of that sort. Not much.
Sounds
Though
like
my-
you're not busy.
Though might try and create gelatin. What's it called? Healing. You know the potions of healing.
Yes.
You know how in the old days sometimes they used to pack them in as Jello cubes and MREs.
Well, yeah.
I might try and rediscover that.
Sounds good.
Healing potions. Jello shots.
Curse, the funny thing is, there was a game where I legit asked, like, hey, can I try and make Jello? Because I couldn't do anything. I didn't have anything to do for a while. My character didn't. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna make these healing potions because we had like 20 of them. I'm gonna make them into fucking Jellos.
I'm sorry. I think it's fine. It's like, oh my god, you're so busted up and bleeding. Here, take this Jello shot. What?
Because can Finn try and make it over time? Please say yes.
I'll allow
Please
you
say
to.
yes.
I'll allow you to try.
Aha. Also, over the thing which I forgot to say is, over the break, Finn would probably try and get proficiency in alchemist tools.
Don't you have enough already?
Not enough proficiencies. I have jewelers.
Laughs an artificer.
Actually, no. Sorry, I have alchemist supplies. Never mind. I wanted to get into smithing because I want to make more, hobby. So yeah, he would attempt to make, because he has a bunch of healing potions on him. He will attempt to make them into Jellos, and then show them to Serena that he actually did something.
All right. So you will need either for yourself or someone else who's proficient in cooking. This will be have a cooking experiment.
I will teleport to Serena's front door, and I will explain to her what the hell I want to do.
Poof! Bang! 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 I want to
Serena.
make Jello.
Serena.
Okay. So the piece. Anything else you'd want to do?
I guess. Well, I mean, it's gonna be 2 months. I guess actually hold the ceremony and have it like the official ceremony casted and everything for him and Granellis.
Aw.
That would be everyone there as well as he did invite the Emperor, so he's gonna get an ass whooping at some point. But yeah, that would be everyone there and make it official.
Say that will, as it takes time to get all that stuff put together, that will happen at the end of the 2 months.
And I'd say, yeah, just so when everyone's not busy and stuff. Other than that, nothing much. Yeah, Mogash can definitely be the flower girl.
Oh god damn it. Okay. Alright.
Now, Serena, cast ceremony on them.
Okay.
Wait, why? Okay.
No, No, because I know one of the things you can do with ceremony is a wedding ceremony.
Isn't that a
Yeah, I
paladin
know.
thing?
It's a
Hmm?
paladin thing. I think. No, Russell can cast it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, oh, that's right. So yeah, clerics can do it too. That's right.
Mhm.
Got
They just have to prepare
Cleric,
it.
paladin.
Yeah.
Mogash just stands in the middle of the fucking path as he's just like he isn't moving, but somehow flowers are getting everywhere.
Okay. Put on a very lovely ceremony. Everyone who wants to come does. And at the ceremony in specific, you now see him, which has been, seems like a long time, you see him as himself. So, as you kind of go to grasp his hand, you can tell that he's using more simple disguise self magic.
Oh, he does have the ring of disguise self. I forgot about that.
As June just say, and trying to do his best gruff voice he can, not being polymorph. I'm trying to this is might be kind of try talking my. I'm just gonna talk my normal voice for this. I know that may be kind of weird coming from but hard on the throat.
That's weird.
But
Nothing about you is.
thank you. Just I really wanted to get married like this to you.
Aww.
It's me who I want to accept and love.
Well, that's any way that you are.
I also just give you a big hug.
By the way, Finn is indeed the best man.
Can I just say Serena would be there, and honestly, you would see that her hands have a lot of bandages on them. I imagine she's learning how to sew, and when
like
you first learn how to sew, you poke your fingers.
I like to imagine as he's walking down the aisle, he just kind of like leans in really quickly as like passes by yours. He's like, "Are you okay?"
Fine, focus on the wedding.
Oh, Serena, I'm gonna cry.
She would just pat.
I just imagine Mogash not even with a fucking suit on. It's just him with a fucking bow tie.
Shirtless with a bow tie, exactly.
Yes. Just like the collar
Actually,
piece. So
there is something else I had prepped for this, which is basically how peace would look since I am boring and decided a way back. And this is like session that Granellis and Peace met way back, Karst.
oh,
I
man.
actually prepped how Peace, like, it's like a ceremonial kind of like face paint thing, and wearing like basically ceremonial armor instead of the normal one, which you would have had outfitted. Yeah, I didn't have the look for it completely down, but it's basically similar to what he looked in the Atlas Commission one, where it was really fancy, except it would be a white and black trench coat instead of the normal one, and the armor itself would be painted white instead of the just bare metal, and the gold trim. And in terms of the face paint, it'd be kind of like the insignia for Ristalia. 1 second, I had a picture of at least like all the stuff for it.
I'd say,
but I, of course,
I'd say with this, all the wedding venues and everything, and it would probably run you, by the way, a good 500 gold to get everything done.
Sure. I mean, I worked at the hospital. Did I get, or at the infirmary? Do I get any money from that or no?
Curse, I can just summon the mansion and turn it to the inside of the wedding venue because it can fit up to 500, like 100 people.
Bastard. Fine.
You are aware you're aware that Finn has like 90% of things covered. He still doesn't know how to stop the end of the world, but still he's working on it.
All right. So then, it would only cost for the ceremonial attire that he would wear then.
Which is why I hung on to the second piece of armor first.
So yeah, since you got that, it'll probably only cost you then all the tailoring and stuff 50 gold.
I mean, you could probably get that in Mansion too.
Yeah, but he's keeping that.
Yeah, he wants to
Like,
keep
he's
it.
not. I'm not just gonna have it stick around to that. Like, stick around to the. Like, just be only in the mansion. I'm intending on keeping it.
Oh, I understand. In case you want to get married again.
How did you delete someone else's Discord account?
Can't.
Hey, Curse, I was just asking because I really want to make Jello of healing and actually carry a bunch of them around. What do we? I would actually. Yes, Serena's like, hey, Serena.
Okay, so this would take Serena's cooking tools.
Oh,
Would it be with
with-
advantage technically because I'm helping her?
No, since it's something new, but she would have to cook with intelligence, and I would need you to roll me an intelligence check as well.
Do I roll or does Finn roll? I just want to make sure.
I need you to do your cooking tools with intelligence, and him to make an
Okay.
intelligence roll, see if he can figure out the proper recipe and stuff for you. Basically,
Okay.
you're trying to implement it.
Alrighty. There's nothing.
19.
7.
Yeah, that made sense. I'm not that smart.
Yeah, it's okay. You think you got the recipe figured out, but Serena's having a hard time trying to implement it.
I did, however, I just want to say, I did, however, bring a steak from Modesh because I want to test something out on him.
Meat!
Mogesh, the destroyer of meat. Feel free
Destroy
to take
your
that.
meat, Finn.
God fucking damn it! Yeah, one job.
Okay.
I should have left you in the fucking land of the fallen. Actually, no,
Yes!
you would have enjoyed. Actually, no, you would have enjoyed that. No, I would have taken you back home.
No!
All right. So, Peace, who would you want to officiate the wedding for?
Anyone but Finn.
Grunellis' choice.
Okay.
Modesh, you're
Lord.
busy eating the steak right now.
Let's
Anyone in the world you choose.
see. Anyone else would ask around and see gets to do that.
Hmm.
And as you guys gather for the wedding, you see standing at the front, dressed in kind of similar to Peace, a very formal armor attire
It's Russell, isn't it?
with white and golden trim, and the symbol of Maroja plastered into the center of chest plate. You actually see standing there, first time for some of you meeting him, not for others, King of Maroja.
Oh, damn.
Oh man.
As Greenellis was asking around, word got to the king about the wedding being put. Felt that this could be help repay you guys for this kingdom.
Peace.
Yeah?
Why do you have the King of Maroja officiating your wedding? No offense, by the way.
Don't worry about it.
I do though. What did you do?
While we're at it and we're talking about the King of Maroja, I was wondering how the peace talks between Maroja and Empire went.
The Emperor is there as well.
Emperor is there as well.
He is as a guest. He heard about Peace getting married, and he's not missing out on that.
How did he get there?
Finn.
Okay.
Finn,
I was held at 56 honor guard point.
But you see that the Emperor and his family is there, dressed in very fine attire. Of course, the Emperor is kind of dressed like the king, but not in so much fancy, non-purpose armor, but actual like ready for a fight kind of armor, but is clearly something he hasn't worn in combat. It's something he saves for events like this.
If somebody tries to mess with this wedding, I'm about to hit him with my 5 legendary actions.
And he's just, and for a lot of you who have not seen him in a while, you do notice that he is missing his eye, or missing one of his eyes,
Dear.
and but he seems to be very happy to be here right now. Mercy, if you ask him about how the talks were going, kind of turned to you and grinned. It's like, I think they've been going quite well. The king is a bit of an odd sort. Definitely rules things differently from how we do. But he's a good man, and both agreed that with the looming threat that Talix and his ilk pose to our world, that there are more important things, and he's been kind enough to let bygones be bygones. So, I think the war Talix tried to spark between two continents has, at least for now, been progressed. So we'd still, unfortunately, have lost track of traitors.
I was thinking of talking off topic, but great. This is good news.
But now, that aside, we're here for a wedding. Just kind of pat you on the shoulder. And
You might be. I'm here for a sweet roll.
ooh, sweet rolls.
Serena! We want sweet rolls!
Alright.
I want more steak.
So,
I have a
Well,
question. I have a question. Would Thorik be there technically?
I mean,
Probably
this is around
probably-
the end of the 2 months, so
yeah, so
depends
probably
on cars.
not.
Yeah, he's pretty busy with, Revolution and everything.
But
I would send them a written letter though. So
I'm sure Thorg would have a gift sent at least.
Yeah, he would. He would.
Question: who would everyone want to bring with them to the wedding?
I'm technically everybody's bride.
Well, and Crystal too. She can
Okay, bring Tally.
Okay. Serena, did you want to bring your family?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I bring Gara? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just there won't be much this won't be much conversation.
So
Some
Serena,
Mm-hmm.
nice to meet. This is your family. Nice to meet you.
Serena's mother and fathers both smile and greet you. You see that Serena's mother's carrying her little brother, and
Serena, I have a couple questions.
Hmm.
One, do you introduce your family to Mogash? And two, do you give Mogash the talk that you gave Peace beforehand of not to mention the stuff that you guys went into?
Yes, she'll tell you to please not tell her family about any of the heavy crazy stuff, and if you do good, she'll give you a steak, which is
I-
the steak that you ate.
I just imagine is like when Finn goes over to pick up Serena. So Serena, this is your family. Nice to meet you all. I would like you to introduce you to the leader of the Empire.
Name drop.
Nate.
They kind of look over, it's like, just kind of look, it's kind of dumbfounded a bit. It's like, father's like, oh, it is pleasure to meet you, sir. Serena's mother is like, "Yes, it is it's our honor to meet you. One of your standing." Emperor just kind of like shakes both their hands and gives them like a polite little head bow. Ah, it's a pleasure to meet the family of one of Finn's friends.
We have a weird group. We really
Exactly.
do.
We legit,
Bruh.
if somebody just meets us, we can introduce a random person right now. We can take a random
Yeah.
person on the street and introduce him to the world's most powerful leaders. It's like,
Oh.
hey, Bob, have you met the leader of this nation?
Probably sometime later, Mogash should be like, "Oh, hey Serena, Serena's family, I'm Mogash," and he'd give like a bow. Friend of Serena. I hope you like these islands. You know, I love them. It's a great place. Although, you know, there's a few spots that it's hard to go back to. Just some bad memories because of I ate some bad food there. Right. I got really sick because I ate bad food there. No, not rocks didn't crumble or anything. No. Bad food. Mm-hmm.
Without her family looking, Serena just puts her hands together and has that face that says, "I have some concerns."
Are you again terrifying a guest, sweetie? My
Oh.
dear Mogash, you can't just say anything like that.
Mogash, look, meet
Come,
over there.
we have some nice meat for you.
Nice to meet you, Serena's family. Serena. I'm gonna go over here now. I think I heard my
Come eat
name
some meat.
over here. Right. Bye.
And this is venison, and this is bacon, and this is...
After Mogash is away, and what's it called? And Serena's away from her family. They're just like, you didn't tell them about the history of this place, have you?
I almost. Oh, that's the Serena.
Yes, Serena. Because she didn't tell Serena not to mention it, and he just saw this happening because of you.
I just told them that we came across some islands and freed them from some monsters. I didn't tell them about the dark history or the fact that the monsters were giant flying space fish. How do you want me to explain that to family that doesn't worry?
You are wise. You will figure out a way. I believe in you.
So, Mogash, as you're kind of led away, you led to the food table where you find your mother and brother, as well as some of Gar's family,
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
and they're enjoying the endless buffet of food, as well as more people, as some other people come in. You guys would recognize them. Well, Mercy wouldn't, as the president of Gromabo.
Good lord.
And the king and now first and only prince of Valshalel,
Name drop.
the Timbermere family.
Is it Valak Timbermere?
It is Valak Timbermere.
Ah, my heart. Mogash doesn't know him. Who's this princey little prick? I'm just kidding. He wouldn't say that.
So, as I said before, we can take Bob off the street and introduce him to all these fantastic people.
You don't need Bob, you got Mercy.
As you keep seeing people enter, you see then as well Archmage Shenekis enter.
Kai and
with
his
a
family
couple-
would be there.
Along with a couple of other from the Moon Elf Kingdom.
Oh yeah, Finn would bring what's her name, Layla.
And
Mostly because technically Peace is their champion.
then you see a woman enter, accompanied by a man dressed in very nice silver robes. Very beautiful, piercing blue eyes. Serena and Mogash would I would recognize this woman as Lady Valerie of Dracokin.
She's
God
here.
damn it.
Oh my god, what's wrong, Tara?
What happened? Why is
Lady
Laya
Val-
dead then?
Lady Valerie, it's a pleasure. And Mogash would give a bow.
Bows back.
No, seriously. There's so much name dropping.
It's an important event that they didn't want to miss.
Yeah.
You guys have done so much for them that this is the least they could do is show up for a special event for someone else.
So, by the way, during all of this, later on, after everyone was eating, Finn would go over to the Archmage. Tell him, so, how do you like the mansion?
Kind of looks, he's like, oh, it is quite interesting, and I've heard of this magic before, been able to construct an interdimensional pocket space of such grandiose magnitude.
Mm-hmm. You know what the best part is about me being able, or me, being able to cast this spell?
But
I can use it to reconstruct ancient history from 3,000 years ago.
you see his brows just kind of just arch upward, and he kind of coughs like, oh, you can you?
Oh my god.
Do you think after the ceremonies and the wedding is done, you could possibly how this works?
Sure, after the ceremony. But for now, I have to make sure that the mansion doesn't run out of food, since somehow Mogash and his family are managing to do that. This place is supposed to have unlimited food.
Oh, well, carry on. I shall find my seat. He goes over and he takes a seat behind Laya and Russell. After a bit, eventually the guests all arrive, and the king Alexander calls for the silence.
Well, before that, Karsh, two people you cannot forget. Kessel and Aurora Grizz, the people who were really early on people who I've never mentioned before or afterwards, but they were the ones who found peace originally.
Yes,
They would be there.
definitely be there as well.
They know that you're from, the past. And
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
right?
They found me literally in a tomb.
Yeah, thank you for making sure my friend didn't die.
Oh, you said that in character.
They both kind of chuckle bits and take your thanks. They're just they both kind of both look at each other and then look to you. Well, we're just glad that he was still alive when we found him. We were kind of concerned and quite surprised and freaked when we saw a body that was in a temple that had not been open for a long time be alive and moving.
I have that effect on people. The freaked, not the alive and moving part. Though I do know one person who could. I'm not gonna.
So you both have the. So you're both archaeologists, correct?
Yes, we are.
Stick around after the wedding. I'd like to show you a few things.
Ah, excellent. Look forward to it.
Hmm. And yeah, by the way, at the moment, since how many people are here right now?
Yes.
a lot.
Around.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
So what I need to use, like, how many levels would I need to make
For what?
Just
for like
the
to
one-
fit everyone, just so I can fit everybody in
Oh.
here?
Just one big hall.
If you just made it one big hall, that'd be fine.
Yeah, then I'm doing the one big hall.
All right. So after a while of guests coming in, greeting them, uh, the king calls for quiet and begins quieting down. Still, can kind of see and hear the archaeologists kind of mumbling as they are checking out Buck, who's there with Kai.
Who's all painted up and fancy looking and all colorful.
Kind of quietly asking Kai questions about Buck. But King will carry on with the ceremony. Like, welcome all honored guests who are here today. We've all gathered here on this special day, honor and give our gratitude and love to these two here who wish to join matrimony. These two have found each other in this wide world. Found that they wished to spend their lives together, share their love with each other. My honor as King of Morosia, wed these two. Serena's friend here, Peace. Her and her friends have helped not only I, but many of you who sit here now. Help save our kingdoms, our land from turmoil and destruction, many times over. Plots from nefarious groups to those that were in our very ranks itself. What more can we do to honor them with our presence here? Give as much back as we can as they have given us on this most stupendous of days. Amelia Saron, though this is the first time we have met,
Indeed, sir.
someone that Serena and Mogash and Laya can trust. I know that man. Still remember the day that Mogash Gora they saved me, my kingdom from falling to dark hands. I am ever eternally grateful for that. So, as the power of King of Morosia, it is my honor to wed you two. Cornelius. Cornelis. Have either of you prepared words that you wish to share with the other, with all of us?
I have, but before that, Serena, Laya, Mercy, Mogash, Finn, if any of you have anything to say as well. Anything?
Good luck! Have fun!
That seems about right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Mogash, after he did his flower girl job, he was doing flips and stuff and running up pillars and really getting flowers everywhere. He'll stand up from where he was sitting, and he'll just be like, it's not often in my life that I really see anyone look at anything the way I look at meat. I love meat. And I can see you two look at each other the way I look at meat, and that's how I know you two love each other and that you're gonna make it. And so I'm really proud and happy. Thank you. And he'll just politely sit back down.
So,
You know, my expectations were high for you, Mogash. I don't think Finn could make the seating of this place any higher than what you've already gone through.
Oh
So-
my god.
it's hard to top the speech that Mogash just gave.
Please try though.
That is what he's trying. He literally came in. Finn, up to this point, I'm gonna be real with you. He probably forgot the wedding and remembered it within the last, 24 hours.
Just like a best man would.
Yep.
So,
It's the most best man thing I've ever heard. Holy shit.
Right?
Weekend at Bernie's.
Peace and Renalis are what could be said right now was the most oddity of a couple. You have a man, as he's big gestures to Peace, who's from a different time, who fought in many wars, who cared for many soldiers, who got drunk and stacked cannons,
We don't talk about that.
This is so best, man. I love it.
and you have Granolis, the man who caught his eye, the one which makes him feel happy, the one which gives him the strength to keep on fighting and do good in the world. The one who hopefully will be the one and will make each other happy. Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else to say. You make. I don't know. I don't know how this thing's supposed to go, but
It's okay.
Can anyone else not hear?
Oh my God.
We cannot.
What-
Hello?
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 Okay, now I can hear. We're good.
How much of Finn's speech did you miss? Because honestly, I think he just topped yours.
Hey, it wasn't a hard speech to top.
Okay, now it's time for Serena's. Serena will say something. I think it's gonna be really nice.
Plushies.
Yes, I throw plushies. That's my speech. You're
There's
welcome.
no flower girl. There's just the pleasure girl, but it's always filled in by the role of Serena.
No. Serena will say something like, "When I first met Peace, he was, well, very troubled and had a hard time adjusting. But when Renelis came into his life, he started to become happy and he started to change for the better. When I look at these two, it helps me realize that love is a powerful thing. These two might come from different backgrounds, or as Finn said, different times, but it just goes to show you that love knows no bounds. I do know that in the future these two will have an amazing marriage and an amazing family, and I wish them nothing but the best. But Amelius, you really need to stop doubting yourself. Ken is your loved one. He'll be there when you feel down, when you need to be picked up, and I know you'll be there for him as well. And I'm saying this because of all the times you spent talking to me about being afraid of certain situations. But I know you two are perfect for each other. How do I know? I literally met your future son that one time. But let's not deal on ifs or buts. I know that
You see a
two-
lot of heads turn. It's like,
Don't worry,
what?
everyone. I'll explain later. But I
Magic
know
Wait, what?
wild, right?
She cut out. What did she say?
she literally met their future son that one time. Remember?
Yeah, oh yeah, that is. I left that out on purpose.
You say that anyway. But she says, I know you two are perfect for each other. And this just goes to show you that it's true. And that's pretty much all she has.
Thank you. Oh,
Who just
that's
died?
Groovy. Groovy.
Groovy, no.
Oh my god, no, don't let Mojesh near Serena's parents.
There we go.
I
I'm
summon Wall.
telling you, he's not very charismatic, and he knows he's supposed to keep quiet, which makes it even worse.
I summon Wall of Confetti around Mogar so he cannot move.
Oh goodness. All right. Does anyone else want to give a speech or?
I think Mercy / Terra gave the best one. Good luck, have fun.
Or is that Laya? Hard to tell. Okay. All right.
I think that was Mercy.
Anything else, Mercy? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. King Alexander would be like, "Thank you all for loving words. Those that were short, those that were long. All. Now we have. Do the loving couple have any words for each other?"
I certainly do, but if Granalis, if you would like to go first.
So we'll smile and just kind of nod. Elias, I was lost. Met in that pub. I wanted to not be me. Didn't feel like myself whenever I wake up in the morning. So I thought out how to change. Never thought anyone would accept me if they learned the truth. That the woman that they would see in the day didn't want to be her. And that she felt like she was inside. I saw you at that pub that night. I saw someone who was as alone and broken as I was. Thought maybe we could alleviate each other's loneliness for a little bit. Expected that things would turn the way they did. While we were both broken, we somehow fit together perfectly. That were broken off from space that meshed together perfectly with each other to make something new. I am thankful to the gods each and every day that I found you drunk in that bar. Because I can't imagine how my life would be if I didn't find you. You have accepted me for I am inside. I want to be and have gone above and beyond to make dream become a reality. Not just a fleeting fancy fairy tale. This will take both your hands in his.
Thanks, Mogash, for doing. Thanks, Ethan, so much for doing this.
I didn't know it would go in now.
Really fucking appreciate it.
I didn't know it would go in now. I'm sorry. I thought they would
sure
loop the
Carson's
other
gonna
music.
love the copyright claims as well.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Continue on.
Granella Solaris, what was once my oath to fight, show no mercy, and do what I need to do by any means necessary has now been to kindle, shelter, and preserve and be the light. I have been, and this is going to be a long list, but this is going to be a truthful one at that. I have been stabbed, shot at by arrows, set on fire, thrown through walls, thrown off of buildings, gone through what could possibly be called a literal hell.
Not by me.
Shut up. Fought the biggest of monstrosities. And apparently thrown through time loop and done it all again.
Nearly drowned.
Nearly drowned. Thank you, Finn. And what was once before doing it out of duty and no other choice has now been for a reason. Give a proper future for everyone I care about, but most importantly you. And hells, I'd do it all over again for you. Probably will. Of course, every time you tell me to be careful, I don't listen. And then listen afterwards.
Everyone else kind of punches in the arm a bit.
I mean, you want honesty out of everything.
That's so you remember to be more careful next time.
Hey, I do still technically keep the promise.
As long as you come back to me.
Every time. I don't intend on not doing so.
Try to come back in one piece.
I always do. Thanks to everyone here.
Else looks out at everyone and thank you all for sure my kid's loved one always comes back to me in one piece.
So to finally wrap this up, the foolish man that I am, who has started bar brawls and done whatever dumb things I've already mentioned to you before, has finally made a good decision. And although you're not wrong, but there's nothing broken about you.
This guy's self-form. This is kind of forming. It's the biggest smile on his face. And kind of, you see him just kind of like wiping the corners of his eyes. Well, those were very, very lovely words. Thank you both for sharing those. Who has the rings?
Oh, Serena's gonna yell at somebody.
Oh shoot, who has the rings?
I pull out, Charles, if you remember, I've been working on jewelry and shit for a while. I pull out 2 very expensive looking rings. I thought you might forget.
Aw.
See 2 very intricate looking rings piece. 2 strips of metal. Gold. A kind of a pure gold and a reddish gold. Interwoven and wrapped around each other. Jewel gem in the center that seems to sparkle and glisten in hues of red and yellow.
Always ready for the backup, Finn.
Mm-hmm. I'm good.
King Alexander bows his head, thanking you. Thank you. Now then, both of you take a ring in hand. Repeat after me.
Yes, sir.
I, Emilius Saron,
I, Emilius Saron,
take you, Granellus, my
Take
lawfully
you.
loved, the rest of my life.
Thank you, Granellus, to be my lawfully loved for the rest of my life.
Sickness and in health, good and bad,
Sickness and in health,
till our
good and
time
bad,
on earth is
till our time on earth is gone.
Granellus, please repeat after me. This will by the power invested in me, by my authority as king of Maroja, I kind of gestures for you to put the rings on each other's fingers.
Oh.
I now pronounce you forever spouses. May kiss your loved one, Emilius.
And he does so.
The rest of you in the crowd watch as Granellus just grabs Peace and just dips him and just gives him the biggest kiss.
We
I
always
would
knew who had the
expect
pants of the
nothing less.
relationship.
Yes,
We
I
always knew who wore the
expected
pants.
nothing less from Red.
Hear claps and cheering coming from the crowd. And you can also just kind of hear crying coming from people as well. Even Mogash, you see even your mother kind of fight, like just a single tear kind of rolling down her cheek.
Question: is she sitting next to Gara's mom, and are they like, when are these two gonna get married? Type thing.
Kind of, yeah, actually.
Oh God. Right.
Also,
Well-
Momo, if you did yell that, Serena was gonna elbow you. She really was.
No. He wouldn't yell that.
I cast silence.
Mogash, your mother and Gara's mother have actually have been getting along fairly well. Your mother respects Gara's mom, despite her not being orc in nature, how strong of a will and determination she is. But also, somehow, carrying that strength, also having a gentleness to her. But as soon as Greenellis picks Peace back up, there is just a shower of flower petals that comes raining down.
Unseen servants, load the flower machine guns.
Just flower cannons going off. And the music starts playing.
Of course, you have to give it to him.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wait a minute. What?
Hell yeah. We'll never get away, Scooby Doo.
and the ceremony moves to up to the party room where the reception is held. And as the music plays, you all of you watch on the dance floor, Grinellis and Emilius having their dance together.
Don't forget Buck too.
Oh, I mean, if Thor came, Buckin and Yergo would have been at it.
I think that was Ethan's reference to the song.
I know.
But yeah, you guys have very nice reception, and you guys are enjoying food and drink and seeing. Mercy's kind of having to deal with a very kind of emotional Tally, who's a big wedding crier. She gets very emotional at weddings.
Serena would honestly hand her some of the jello she made that Finn would have tried to make into healing jello, but it's still good, so something sweet for you too, I guess. Yeah, there you go, Tara. It's not a sweet roll, but it is something sweet.
I'm disappointed. I'm sad
Jello,
now.
Jello of healing. Jello of basic healing. You heal 1d4 hit points.
I mean, his mansion could make sweet rolls.
Yeah, legit.
Yes!
I have food of every single cut. Basically, if somebody gave Finn's like, here's a list of food we need, it would have been made.
Sweet rolls!
I'm trying, Tara. I am.
Why do I have
Yeah.
the order? Why do I have the order for 20,536 sweet rolls?
Okay.
Because they're sweet.
And they're
Just like Daddy.
Aw.
Do we need 20,000 of them? And
So
You just say it all.
no, and basically, when you said like it's sweet like Tally, I was still saying, you know, what do you need? And then I added the
Well, maybe 200 will suffice.
150.
you guys,
We can exercise it off.
so yeah, you guys enjoy very lovely night of wedding, merriment, food, dance, drink, and the next day, Emilius. Sorry, Emilius and Grinellis. Sorry.
Yes, peace and
Get to
himself.
get to go and enjoy a little bit of relaxation and honeymoon
Again.
again.
Oh, by the way, Kars, if you would allow it, Serena would have given Drin a plushie of themselves.
Sure.
And she would have given one to them, and she would have told them, here's a wedding present for me. I already gave one to Peace of him. Something for your child in the future.
Grinellis will
That way they'll know that their parents are always looking out for them.
just try not to cry. We'll just give you a big hug after taking the plushie.
Oh, hugs are nice.
So, as this event comes to an end, we will backtrack a bit in time, cover what Kai, Mogash, and Laya would be. All this happened, the 2-month time span. Start with Kai.
Sure.
Actually, we'll go back to go back to Laya. We'll just go down back to the list.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Move everyone else.
I still got one thing I want to do with Mercy, but with Laya. Laya and Russell would have a very private small wedding. No invitations, really. Just someone who's there is there.
Hey, hush hush. Okay.
Yeah. And continue on the research and finding stuff and everything, so there's not really much to tell.
Yeah.
Just improving the islands.
Right. As you're doing that, so for your wedding, Dora's mother and family would attend, as well as some of the others who have come to call this place home, at least for now. Some of the Dragonborn. Let's see, Polly would definitely show up, as Kurfang. Polly would want to be the flower bearer and ring bearer for you guys.
You should turn into an actual bear and wear the ring.
Good. He could be a ring bearer,
I know.
a ring bearer, or
You guys just got an actual bear.
yeah. Yeah.
Don't
Yes.
make event of it, just something simple.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What was the other thing you wanted to do for Mercy?
Well, since we are going to the Essa and the monks, she wanted to do two things. One of them is to go to the Essa governors, or governor,
Mhm.
or governess, governess.
Governess, yes.
Isn't it like someone who takes care of the children?
Is there someone?
No, isn't the governess someone who takes care of the children?
No. The governess is basically someone who, is, well, the governor and leader of the town.
I know, but the governess is something else, right?
I don't think so.
Governor's a neutral term.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, governor.
I had to ask. Anyway, she would try to make diplomatic relations between them and Empire and see if they needed anything. And okay,
So as you would bring that up to the mayor, Mayor Corrin, she would kind of be a bit, kind of very hesitant. Like, but I do appreciate the offer of wanting to give us help. There are many of us here who have been scorned by the Empire in the past.
I understand.
It may take
However, the Empire is changing. We have brokered peace with Maroja recently. We've stopped warring with the Moon House, and we're trying to better the relations with various nations, opening trade routes and find a better way how to do things. If you want to open a communication, it would be a good idea, I think. See for yourself what could happen.
see.
We're far, but at least keep a mind open. That's all I ask.
Kind of crosses her fingers and kind of places it in front of her snout, and she kind of ponders. I shall bring it up to my citizens, and I will ask them what they wish, what they would want to.
Kalasho wasn't built in a day. Things take time, I understand. Reputations can go far.
Well, thank you for bringing this forward. We'll give it some serious thought.
That's all I ask.
Oh, I would like to offer my thanks to you as well. I had it reported to me from our greenhouse division that the land in the area there has grown a lot more fertile to increase our production of food.
It was a small matter. I was just trying to help.
Well, thank you for your help. You did not have to do that, but you did, so appreciate it. Take that
You're welcome.
I'll take that in my consideration as well. Forming some type of connection.
Thank you. Have a good day. And the second thing I wanted to do was actually approach the library and see if they actually have anything about places of worship.
Yeah,
Where
Mogash
we
was going
could
to do stuff in the
actually-
library too, so I don't know if we want to do that together or.
Sure. For me, it
Yeah.
would be 1 day or 2 day journey just to try to fact find something, or perhaps set you on the path and see if you could bring some information on this back to the group, because you would have more time to research it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cars, there was some other stuff I wanted to do before the library that might affect what Mogash does in the library, right? Like this stuff would have happened before this, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What would Mogash be doing?
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Tara. If you want to do your stuff, that's okay. I just didn't know what would be easier for Karst and for everyone here.
No, I just outlined what I wanted to do. We can talk about it later. Go with your thing.
Okay, sweet. So some of Mogash's time would be like with the tribes, trying to integrate them and all that stuff. But we'll wait for like Jen to be back, because that's stuff that Mogash and Gara would do together, right? So after that X time, Mogash would ask to go to ask Finn to take him to Morosia, and at Morosia, Mogash would go to his when he's in Morosia. He would go to the temple that taught him in the way of the open hand.
Okay.
In order for me. So, you want me to teleport you to Moroja, Mogash?
Yes, please.
Where are you right now?
I'm on the island. This is I guess there's 3, so it's plural. Islands.
I see. I will do this for you if you eat a singular piece of broccoli.
Look, I ate vegetables once, and that was only for Gara.
I'm kidding,
Okay.
I'm behind you.
Oh, shit. Oh, hey.
I know there's, of course, an entire fucking realm other than Gara that will get you to eat vegetables.
This is true.
Give me a minute so I can draw the circle to get us there.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
Mogash! Joke's on you! The food in the Finn's mansion was tofu!
No!
Oh! Mogash explodes.
Oh, so that's why. But Mogash, why are you digging a grave? What did you just realize?
I am become death.
What do you mean?
I shall cease to exist.
Why?
Tofu.
What? You ate tofu.
Apparently.
Who told you that?
I don't know.
Then why are you thinking that? When did you eat tofu?
In the future.
You mean I have no tofu there?
Okay, good.
Why are you pointing the gun at me now? Don't do
Don't.
it.
None that you would know of!
Don't make tofu in your mansion.
Oh dear.
I cast Meteor Swarm.
Ah! I dex save. I took no
cast
damage.
Tofu Swarm!
Meteor Swarm
Let's
was a dex
cast
save.
Tofu Swarm!
But yeah, back on point. I will take him to Maroja and I'll accompany him for a bit so I can take him back.
Oh, I'm probably gonna be here for a few days, so
You know where my house is, right?
yeah, I do.
Okay, here's the keys. Enjoy.
Oh, thanks.
Hmm.
And then I will walk to the temple, Karst, of Way the Open Hand.
Okay.
And when I go inside, I will just kind of just walk around for a bit. It's been a hot minute since I've been there. Just kind of walk around, tour, maybe peep in on some classes, right? But after a bit, I will look for my old teacher, Fue, the elven monk.
All right.
He's called Fue.
She is called Fue.
All right. So you go feng shui. Feng shui. So, all right. So you go and don't look for her, and you find her in her meditation area. What appears to be a trance.
Mm-hmm. Instead of bothering her, what I will do is, like, is she facing away from me?
No, she's facing in your direction.
Okay, I will just sit maybe 10 feet across from her into my own meditation stance and just kind of not go into a deep meditation, but just kind of sit there peacefully, passively, just waiting until she comes out of it.
About an hour goes by, and you hear the voice from Master out. It seems you have gotten better at your patience. Last saw you, my young pupil.
Very. I've taken some big steps in my training.
I sense it. There is a calm in you that was.
Very much so. I've gotten to the point where I can understand anyone and they can understand me. I've sort of touched the key in their mind, but as of these past few months, I've been meditating more, and I now feel my soul, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Come a long way in your training. Glad you have not forgotten our teachings in your time away from us.
Of course not.
I was worried if you'd be ready or not.
Ready for what?
Ready to go out.
Oh. Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I was, but quickly caught on, I suppose. Good friends.
See, she finally opens her eyes. Greeted by the same kind of milky white glossed gaze that she has. Watch her hop down from her meditation gracefully. Comes forward and she looks. It's still odd seeing a blind woman actually check you out. Know where you are, basically. She looks at you and see you have also received training.
Yes, they helped me control my anger better, I suppose.
Well, not to lie and say that I'm not disappointed. But I am happy that you have found peace and calm.
Thank you, Master of all the masters. You have been the most beneficial and best instructor, and he will bow. It's why I come to you today to learn more.
Well then, see as she kind of quickly and without any time to react, she raises her left hand, and you watch as it's just an inch in front of your chest. She shoves you, and you go sliding 20 feet back. Let's see what you've learned with your time away from me. Gets into a battle stance.
With pleasure, Mogash will too.
Okay, and you guys spend the next couple hours sparring with each other.
And afterward, maybe at some point during, Mogash would say, Master, this is all great and all, and thank you. But I guess the training I seek is maybe a little more spiritual. I've been meditating a lot lately and perfecting my soul and mind. And I haven't received instruction on how to do that. I've been kind of just trying to go as I go along.
As you know with our teachings, strengthen the soul, you must body.
Of course.
Body is a vessel for which your soul reside in. Self is weak. Mind and soul cannot grow in strength.
Of course,
But
Master.
our sparring just now, tell your body has time away. This new found peace and calm you have. Receive our teachings of the mind. What is it that you seek?
I wish to perfect the soul.
That will take a lot of internal training. Not through physical combat, spiritual battle. Just confront an aspect of yourself. Watch as she kind of begins to walk around you. Kind of looks you up and down again. Body, mind, and soul cluttered. Channels of your chakra are clogged. Negativity you've experienced yourself. Let's go through cleansing and open up your chakras again. Warned. See this through vision. Chakras could be locked forever. Potential for your soul.
Yes, Master. I'm ready.
Well then, we shall prepare. Again, you must go on a fasting. Sustain yourself. Let's do this. Hot room. Sweat out the impurities that flood your body.
For how long do I need to go without meat?
Let's go a week.
Okay.
Which training can begin.
Right. Just let me tell a friend. He thought I would be here for a few days. I need to tell him I'll be here longer, and then we can begin. It'll take like 5 minutes. I'll be there and back.
Mogash, why are you internally screaming into Milo?
Oh, that's right. I can scream into Milo. Never mind. Hey, Finn.
Yeah?
Turns out I'm gonna be here for well, at least a week, because then a week and then the training starts. So maybe more like 2 weeks, maybe 3. I don't know how long this is gonna be. So yeah, I can leave the keys with another monk here if you like.
You're still staying here, correct?
Yes, yeah. I'll still be here, just going through some training.
Yeah.
Mogash,
Stay at my place.
Oh,
you
I
would
won't.
know.
Oh, sorry. What's up?
You would know that Mercy is staying at that place.
Okay. Mogesh should be. Well, see, Finn. Here's the thing: is I'm not actually leaving this temple for a week, so I won't be in your house at all. But Mercy, she probably needs the keys or something, you know.
She'll have 2 sets of keys, but you give it to her. I need to stop the summoning of Cthulhu that I actually accidentally did. Hold on.
You what?
Never.
Ah!
All right, and then I'll just look back to Foy and I'll be like, "Oh, we can start now."
Right. Well then, follow me. She will lead you the hot room. She will to inform you that you will receive water every 6 hours. She must last in the time in between.
Mogesh, every time the water comes in, we'll take small sips and try to really let it, like, draw it out as much as he can. Exercise that self-control and that discipline that he used on his body and his mind and his soul before, and really just ration it out. So that way, he should be finishing up a cup of water by the time they bring in another one.
Okay. So, carry on with this. Going on. Nadim, what would Kai be up to? Okay.
Hey, oh, sorry. I didn't realize that was what's it
It's
called?
fine.
First things first. He's going to see if he can work on the belt of on Serena's belt to make it more of a permanent thing rather than he has to keep a connection to.
Right. Okay.
After that, this is the most like not temporary, but most like the minuscule thing that needs to happen here would just be like if he can make his own armor permanent as well. But right after that, he's going to then work on the manacles. If he has spare time, then he's going to that.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and roll me an Arcana check for Serena's belt.
Mordekaiser Buzzard Reyes and an Arcana check.
And
18. I rolled an 8.
and your tools as well for her.
Oh, okay. Smith's, Tinkers. Which one?
Tinker's tools.
Tinker's tools.
Since that's your spellcasting tools.
25.
Okay.
I believe it's actually Thieves' Tools is my well, no, it's any set of tools that would usually be Thieves, but because of how I built Kai, it would be Tinker's. Sorry.
All right. Let's see. And 1d100, please.
85.
Okay. Rolls okay.
Sorry.
Okay, you managed to succeed on the belt.
Ooh.
Serena, you're now forever strong.
Big strong.
Yep, 21 strength. She literally now has this more strength than the fucking barbarian.
But it's all steroids, magically induced, you know, so it's not real. It's not real.
I mean,
muscle.
how I see it is mostly just like mechanism pieces, kind of like the belt, just kind of like a hooked on thing, and mechanism pieces at least just kind of like increasing it, like an exoskeleton or something, but more magic.
Okay. So for the second thing, same three
For
rolls.
the manacles. Okay, in that case, Arcana 17. This is going better and better. Tinkers 20. This is getting even better. D100. I'm gonna bet it's gonna be a 23. Nah, I was about 17 off.
What were you want to do with the manacles exactly?
Remember making it for our good friend Sterling.
Right. Thank you.
That one would be, I would need Kerfang, and I would have had to finish up the Tesla coil thingy so I could amplify Kerfang's thing to go from adult to ancient dragon lightning bolt.
Okay. This is going to take a little bit more time.
Okay, like I said, the last thing was if there's extra time.
Yeah.
So I assume
I don't know if you want to put more time into the manacles or if you want to try to move on to something else.
until Kai never picks up the project he doesn't finish. He's going for the manacles all the way.
So go ahead and roll again.
Okay. Arcana. We're getting better and better, boys. We're getting better and better. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see the last one. D100. It's gonna be like a 10 at this point. Another 40. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna probably take you the rest of the time to try to succeed.
That's fine.
Another set of rolls.
Here we go, boys. Big money. Big money. Oh, this is just
this one,
getting a
since you put so much time on this one, this will actually be with advantage this time. God damn.
Really? Hold on. This is gonna get even better. 25. Maybe I get that 20. 25. Oh my god.
Okay, roll 20.
2D100
You're broken right now.
2D100 or?
Yeah, 2D100.
All right. Okay. Who fucking who? Go apologize to God. Whoever upset him.
Okay. All right. So you got basically all the stuff crafted that you need to, but trying to get the magical workings is proving difficult. So you're gonna have. So at least you got the physical apparatus done. That's all well done and crafted, and it's ready